Current electricity numerical March 2022. In the following circuit, find the current I. Here, this is the circuit in which 4 volt and 2 volt cells are connected in parallel. Now this combination is connected to an external resistor of resistance 7 ohm, and we need to find the current through this 7 ohm resistor. To find current, we have a formula, that is I is equal to E divided by R plus small r. Here E is EMF of the cell, R is external resistor, small r is internal resistor. Now here we can write it like this, or we can express like this: I is equal to E equivalent divided by capital R plus R's small r equivalent. Now what is this E equivalent? E equivalent is effective EMF of this combination of two cells. And what is that R equivalent? R equivalent ಏನದು? R equivalent is the effective internal resistance of these two cells in parallel. Now here first we need to find the equivalent EMF and equivalent internal resistance of the cells. Here cells are connected in parallel. Equivalent EMF of the combination is given by the formula E equivalent is equals to E1 into R2 plus E2 into R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Now what is E1? E1 is EMF of our first cell, that is EMF of the first cell is 4 volt. EMF of our first cell is 4 volt and the EMF of our second cell is 2 volt. Both have a 1 ohm resistor, internal resistance. Now here 4 into 1 plus 2 into 1 divided by 1 plus 1. Here it is 4 plus 2 divided by 2. Here 4 plus 2 is 6 divided by 2. That is equivalent EMF of the two cells in parallel is 3 volt. The next thing we need to find R equivalent. Here idu gortaitu. Now we need to find R equivalent. Enidu R equivalent? Here equivalent internal resistance of the combination of cells in parallel, that is given by the formula R equivalent is equals to R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Here R1 and R2 both have a 1 ohm. Here in this case both have a 1 ohm internal resistance. ಎರಡರದು ಏನದ 1 ohm internal resistance ಅದ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದೀವಿ? 1 into 1 divided by 1 plus 1, that's equals to 1 by 2. What is 1 by 2? R equivalent is equal to 0.5 ohm. Now current through the external resistor, that is 7 ohm, is I is equals to E equivalent by capital R plus small r equivalent. What is E equivalent? E equivalent value another, that is 3 volt. Here it is 3 volt and divided by 7. What is that 7? 7 is the external resistor, here 7 ohm plus R equivalent. Okay, here R equivalent another, that is 0.5 ohm. Now 3 divided by 7.5, that's equals to 0.4. Now the current is 0.4 ampere. Now what is that? Here the current, find the current. Here current is equals to 0.4 ampere.